Hello, everyone. Welcome to Firefall Live. I'm Frank Lettieri, aka Faded Pez, the Community Programs Manager here at 5 Studios, and I'm back.
He's back.
Woo! Woo! Took quite a while off, but I'm back, and we're here for another exciting Firefall Live. We don't have a guest this week, but we still have Sarah and Brandon, which makes it equally as awesome.
Whee!
Of course. So why don't we introduce them really quick, or we could take our time.
There we go. There it is.
One or the other. No, I just meant like we don't have to introduce you really quick. We don't have to be like Sarah Brandon next.
Sarah
Let's
Brandon.
go.
Yeah. Okay. The weather has drastically changed from our last Firefall Live that I had to wear a sweater.
Awesome.
I do like the cold better because like it's not hot in here.
I brought precipitation back with me.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
The drought is far from over. We got like pretty good downpour,
Yeah.
but like
Although-
it'd have to downpour for like a month to like.
In Southern California, when it starts raining, everyone drives even
Yep.
worse than they already did before. So
Yeah.
it's like taking your life into your hands on the roads. Everyone's like, oh, stuff is falling from the sky. Better drive like an idiot. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yep. Like accidents beyond accidents that you pass, and like you're just like watching out for your life. It's like a zombie attack, but it's really just other cars. That's how you feel. It's like, yeah, it's the driving dead.
Tony Ray plays. That's an amazing shirt. Twinsies. Oh man, I love that guy. So yeah, I went to Jersey, but I went to New York for Thanksgiving, and it was really interesting because I haven't seen my extended family in like 2 years, and they're like, "So how's Southern California?" You know, and it's like,
Please never stop doing that accent.
We should do an accent show where like we each pick an accent.
I'm down.
And you know, it's like, so really, you're making video games? Like, trying to explain like what a community manager is, or like what a community team, you know, does for a game, like, because they don't even know games.
So you're
right?
a babysitter.
So it's like Pac-Man. Like, oh my God.
I'm in love with this accent
Oh my
situation right now.
I had the same issue with my grandma this Thanksgiving. She was like, "What do you do again?" And I basically told her like, "We babysit adults who love video games."
You guys.
But like that cool babysitter that like, you know, like slips you a drink here and there, like,
Just say that.
like spikes your eggnog,
I
and
am
like
not
you
bringing
go
my
out
kids
shopping.
to your house.
It's always fun at my house.
Like 6 months old, here, have some whiskey.
They stop
Hey,
crying.
You know,
They stop
that's what
crying
they
when
do
they're
in like my dad was raised in Poland. He was like, you know, that's what it'd be like. You'd have like a little sip in your sippy bottle.
Yeah, my grandfather
It
used to do that
shuts
to me.
you up.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh man, but yeah, my grandfather used to do that with me as well. He's old school hardcore Italian. So, anyways, we're way off Firefall subject,
Yeah.
but bringing it back. So Fire Talk stuff. Yesterday actually was pretty exciting. I got to sit down with David Rogers, our senior combat designer, and we met with Leet, Etchlin, and Deckern,
Nice.
and to get their designs for their weapons from the top 10 resource migration event. And it was really cool because it seemed like those guys were coming in expecting us to put like limitations on like what you can make. Like we really don't want it to like do this or that. It seemed like Etchlin wanted his to be a surprise, so I'm not really gonna talk about his. But David was basically like, it's a safe place. Go, you know, tell me what you want. And no one was like, we wanted to shoot horses, or like we wanted to fire bears out of it.
Beehives would be amazing. It's like, boom,
Hold
and
your
then
tongue.
like, zzz.
You might be surprised.
Oh
Oh,
jeez.
jeez. But no, none of them suggested beehives. But yeah, I mean,
Or like nanites, like, you know, like
yeah, totally.
something like that would be really cool.
Wait,
Actually-
were they in the studio?
No. We did it
Okay.
over Skype.
Okay.
If they were in the studio, I would have had like pictures and stuff. Would have been really
Hi, Saber Kitty, since they're saying hi to us.
Oh my goodness. So, geez, Saber Kitty.
Sorry,
you
train of
derailed
thought.
me, Saber Kitty.
Weapons, bees,
Weapons, bees,
alcohol, and
right,
baby
so,
drinks.
Yeah.
I think it was a cartographer who I've set up a meeting with on Tuesday. We're gonna go over his design, but he posted on Something Awful and said, you know, hey, I get to make a gun for Firefall. What should I make? And someone was like, just make a bee gun.
Really?
That shoots
Awesome.
bees. So that's why I was just like, you know, it's funny that comes up a lot. I want to. For some reason, people want to fire bees at their opponents.
Cue the Oprah gif.
You get a bee. You get a bee. You get a bee. Everybody gets a bee.
But it was really cool because we sat down and we told them, you know, just tell us what you want. What do you want it to do? And so Leet's making a sniper rifle. Etchlin's making a biotech gun. And Dekern's making a pretty nifty sounding dreadnought weapon. And these will be, so we still haven't decided how they're going to be dealt out, whether they're going to be general weapons or special loot drops. The top 10 guys are going to get their weapon that they made. We decided we're just, so they don't have to work towards it. But they may be things that are just like part of like a regular weapon variant. So it's like you could use, like as an Accord Recon starting out, you could use the R36 and then get this other Leet's sniper rifle as an reward and be like, oh, now I'm using this gun kind of thing. So it could be like that, or it could be special raid rewards, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Awesome.
And the other cool thing I wanted to talk about was Cowboy mentioned to them, and I think it's safe to say he's taking a good hard look at combat because he knows it could feel better. I mean, I don't think our combat's horrible, but it could feel better, and he's looking for a lot of, he found a lot of opportunities for improvement, and he's going to be, I want to have him on the show probably early to mid-January.
Cool.
We should be ready to start talking about like what he wants to accomplish and what his goals will be for combat.
He's really pumped about what he's working on. And
Yeah.
like, he even made like some prototypes of stuff that are just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yeah, no, I played his, he's got a test demo on his desk. I don't think it's on our servers, but it's like a preview. And I played through it, and it's also, you know, another thing we're working on is like not only player combat, but enemy combat, like AI combat. And there's a new addition to the Chosen family. Or actually, there's a few.
Yeah.
But, wow. It
Coming
feels
soon
really
to
cool.
you.
Yeah. So I'm really excited.
Nice.
But that was a lot of cool stuff that was going on recently since I got caught up. There's a lot of stuff we're still catching up on. There's a lot of answers we still need to get about a lot of the issues I've been reading about on the forums. People bringing up since 1.2, and we're still getting caught up on that. We're still trying to get answers, and research all the issues going on, but we'll be on top of that.
Cool.
Now I'm gonna pass it off to Brand News.
Yeah, that's actually a good segue. You know, one of the news pieces we put up actually yesterday was the patch preview for next week. So we've been working on a patch. It's not as big as an update, but it's something we want to call out in this blog form because there's some really cool things that you guys have been asking for, like the crafting revamp, where you can, you know, pick what you want. There's a decrease in cost of resources, right? Or the hybrids.
Yeah,
to make the hybrids.
The hybrids are cheaper to make, but you need more of them for the recipes. But overall, it's like it's a
way,
reduction.
it's still way less.
Yeah, it's
a reduction.
It's an overall cost reduction.
Yeah, like very significant. Like JB Will put out one of the recipes in the forums, and it was like, I think you needed 870 of one thing in the past, and now you needed like just over 200 of something like that.
Yeah.
It's a big cost reduction, so that's cool. Brontodon King, looking for squad feature, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Like, you can say, oh, I want to go search for uranium, and I want to find a team, and it'll put you guys together, which is really cool. Allows players to team up and go through content together, or do things beside like normal queued content or open world stuff like looking for crafting stuff.
Yeah, that's a huge social feature to have. Like, you know, just even if you don't know anyone, you can just like pop in, and most everyone in the game is friendly. So
yeah. And then, like I mentioned, Brontodon King with unique rewards there. And there was one other thing I think we mentioned in the blog. Was there? Am I forgetting something?
Brontodon King, crafting, LFG. I think that's...
Okay. Those are the three. That's definitely not the complete list of patch notes. I was just looking at the patch notes Scott has been working on. That's like another one that's over 2,000 words. So there's a lot of fixes and a lot of other stuff. So we'll post the contents once it goes live. Oh, the campaign tokens.
That's right.
That's another big addition too. So check out the blog that's on our site. Since our last show, we had a bunch of things happen that have already gone and passed, so I won't really dive into those events and stuff. But we did have new packs that launched, which are really cool. They're transportation packs with the Bumblebee MGB and the Rocketeer wings.
Yep.
Rocketeer wings, and then we also have the Mercenary pack. Those are pretty cool. They're linked on our front page. If you just click on the side ad that's on the sidebar of the website, you can check those out. Pretty cool. And at the same time we announced those packs, we mentioned that the Snow Squall MGV is an MGV that was going to be coming out that didn't make it in the patch in time to go be released at the same time as the packs, but we showed a picture of it, we mentioned the price, and we just released it this week. So that's now available in the Red Bean store. If you're looking to buy an MGV without purchasing a pack, you've got that option there as well. Or if you're a collector, you can get that one, and that's pretty cool. We also announced Bastion Weekend. That we announced it Monday. It starts today at 4 p.m. Pacific. Bastion is free trial for everyone and a bonus XP when you're in the frame until Monday at 4. And then if you want to purchase it and own it permanently, that's on sale for 25% off the Red Bean cost until next Wednesday, which is awesome. The LGV event is ending soon, so make sure to check out our blog for details on that. Complete up your races, get all those rewards. Those are pretty sick. We also announced another Chosen Offensive, the Nightmare Before Wintertide, for this Sunday. So from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific, get to experience the Chosen Invasion in-game, and we'll have devs in there going across different shards as well. I do want to point out that we put a note in the blog on why the time slot is the exact same time slot it is again. We've been watching data, and that time slot is the time when the most people are in game, including for any day during the week and any time during the week. And we want this event, since we have devs on and things like that, the most amount of people to experience it. So that's why we are running at that time slot. But again, like we mentioned in the blog, we're not opposed to it being at different time, having the dev-controlled chosen attacks at different times. And we actually have had some recently. Mika's been in running community events where she's been doing that. Bludge was in there the other day. So look out for more chosen stuff coming there. And I think I covered everything. All
Cool.
the news. And that's the news.
And that's the news. Now we're going to Sarah for the weather. It's going to rain.
It's gonna rain.
Who want this dog? Family Guy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I was gonna say I'm really excited that the Snow Squall made it in, because I remember, like, even back when we were doing the launch packs, people were like, I want to just spend red beans on an LGV, man. And you know, we said we were going to get one in, and I'm really happy we were able to get one in.
Yeah, and remember, you don't have to purchase red beans. You can earn them by converting your credits or selling your credits to players who are looking for more credits. So there's a way to get that too, just by playing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to do Q&A today. If you want to hop on TeamSpeak, it's live.red5studios.com, port 9810.
We'll put that in chat too.
Yeah, well, we can put that in chat. Josh, do you have, are there people in there already?
A couple. We got Lane and Ronan are in there so far.
Okay, so go ahead and hop on TeamSpeak, live.red5studios.com, port 9810. And in the meantime, we had most recently posted a fan video challenge for 1.2. I think it was...
No, this was...
Oh, no, that's right. This
1.1.
This was the other one.
1.1 in 60 seconds was this fan video challenge, and we have a submission from Foodie.
We have... I actually added the one from BTABC as well.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
I did, just because it was... I thought it was fun.
Cool.
So...
That's awesome.
We have... we're going to show these quick videos really quick, and then we'll be back, and we'll take your calls.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
lose that ship. Get to the auxiliary towers and secure the Skyridge terminal.
There we go. That was actually 1.2. I prematurely pulled those videos. So I think we still have more of those videos rolling in. So what I'll do is I'll combine 1.1 and 1.2, and we'll probably have a two section thing going on next time we do this.
Yeah, there's no voting for it. It's just showing off your videos.
Yeah.
So what we're doing different with this next video challenge is we're actually posting a blog up on the site and linking to your video on your channel. That way we get more views over to you. That was brought up some really great feedback by some players. And so I want to be able to do that to be able to get more views on your channels rather than just showing on here too.
Totally.
But we'll also, there is an entry from Fooney that we had for the 1.1. So we'll get that in very soon.
We'll get that in. I'll show it next week. How about that?
Yay.
That sounds. I think that's fair.
Speaking of next week,
Yes.
we're going to be in a different. We're going to be filming actually from our current office.
Oh my goodness.
So that should be interesting from our media lobby. It's really cool. It's got some old.
I'm so not excited about this.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for someone to like open the door and knock a camera over.
Yeah, so we'll be filming in like a little lobby section where we are on the first floor of the building. Used to be a bank, so there's a lobby, and then all the desks are outside of the lobby, and we're going to be in the lobby. So we have to make sure that people aren't just waltzing right into the shot while we're filming. So that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm making Skadu sit on the other side of the door and just tell people, sorry, you can't come through here.
He can tweet from his phone.
Maybe we should have like a donations box for him.
Ghost Jaggers.
No.
Jinx.
You cannot crash the show.
Ghost Jagger is asking to crash the show.
Oh.
No.
He's going to just hide behind the couch, pop up.
I imagine QA will. Alrighty, so why don't we do some quick calls? My phone's buzzing. We must
Caller?
be getting emails.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. One moment. Wrong button. Move. You go here. We got Necro from, I believe it's Masters of Combat, MOC.
That's correct.
Yes,
up?
got it right. How you
What's up,
doing,
guys?
Yo.
Doing fair.
Oh, you're cutting
It's a
out.
little laggy.
Yes.
There we go.
Cool.
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Yo, what can we do for you today?
Caller.
Okay.
You may, if you might be getting a lag on your stream. So you want to turn off your stream and just listen in here. That may help.
Just read Finkel, make Phobos the bouncer.
Boom, boom.
All right, what I'm gonna do is, Necro, I'm gonna move you back into queue, and we'll try and circle back to you in after a few callers, really quick. Psh, 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 psh. Boom, Lane.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
1 or 2?
Wait, 1 or 2 what?
I don't know. It just says lane 1. It's like,
Yeah, it's lane 1.
what's with the 1?
Well, let's see. When I created my character, I tried to put in lane.
Oh, that's right.
And
That's right.
For some reason, there was one, or at least the game said you can't have that name. So I was like, crap.
That's right. I forbade anyone from having that name.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, by the way, what did you think of that picture of us last
Oh
last
goodness. Oh my god.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm totally sure you guys picked that as the winner to troll me.
Lane versus Pezachu.
Yes,
Well,
it was
Lane had the-
amazing.
I didn't see it.
I really have to show you. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up from like the
Yeah, the
voting
challenge.
thread or. Okay, yeah, let's do that, Marjorie, so we can share it with we can share it with the
Okay.
class. We can share it with
Yes,
everyone.
share with the class.
So Marjorie's gonna pop that picture up on the screen back there, so we can see which picture Lane's talking about. Yeah, my best picture ever. So what can we do for you today?
I actually had a couple of good questions for you.
Sure.
Now, I've been messing around with the new crafting system in PTS.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed we have a couple of components that we can't craft. Do you have any information on exactly how those components are going to be played into the system?
Do you know what components you're talking? What components they are?
For like the epic modules and everything else, like the freeze and that, they're asking for a specific item that is not available in the crafting at all.
I would imagine what they're doing with those is they're holding off, and those are probably going to be rewards. Those are probably going to wind up being rewards for later things, or maybe from campaign tokens or something.
There it is.
There's the oh my
Amazing.
goodness.
Are those paper mache balls? What's?
You're curious how I made those?
Yes, I would love to know how you made your cleavage.
Through some tests, we ended up testing out 2 bald caps with balloons inflating them.
Ah.
They feel so lifelike.
Yeah, I got to revamp them a little bit because as one of them started deflating during that show.
You gotta talk to your plastic
Incredible.
surgeon about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on track. So that's what we were talking about, class. Back on track.
Components.
Yeah, I think they probably just don't exist yet.
Oh, okay.
That's probably all it is. I mean, it's probably planned to get them in there. They're just going to be added as drops at some point, probably.
Oh yeah, because I mean everybody that has seen the streams that I've been doing with them really is excited about the whole new crafting system.
Yes, I am too. I'm very excited. You know, like back in October, I got a chance to sit down with Scott Rudy, Dave Williams, and Steve McNally. They were our 2 systems designers at the time. I don't think David Sievers was a part of that meeting, but we were just talking about like make crafting better and all the stuff Steve was talking about and and Dave was talking about. It sounded really exciting, like how to improve it. So I'm really glad that you guys are pretty excited about this as well, because this is it seemed like it was a big thing. I am John Galt, who's watching. This was a big thing for him. This is a big thing for a lot of our crafters. So it sounds like we're getting on the same page as you guys with this.
Yeah, it's really cool. I know that was one of the biggest talking points that we brought up in our internal meetings with the community, with the developers. Like, what is the community talking about? Was crafting. So that's why it got its priority. So.
Okay. Now people were also asking me too about the campaign tokens.
Yeah.
Because they have been accumulating them over time. Are they going to be reset or are they going to be left alone once the patch goes through?
We have compensation planned for the tokens, and we'll announce it probably on patch day in the morning before the patch would go live. Rudy Kazudi's been and I have been working on messaging for it, and they're finalizing the details of what they're going to become or what's going to happen with them. But players who have collected them won't just have nothing to show for it. So.
Right.
Okay. That's
So they
cool.
will have something to show for it. They will not have anything to show for it.
Because
So,
that's lame.
yes.
Now, are we going to be
I don't
able
know
to keep
English,
things? Are we going to have like the Lancer I saw was one of the things that we could get? Is that going to still be available, or is that just something you guys put into the PTS?
I'm not sure.
I would say most of the stuff on the PTS, you could say, I don't know if it'll be available immediately, but most of that stuff you could probably expect to see, unless it's like some wild and crazy thing that we were probably just testing. But we don't typically put that kind of stuff on there.
Yeah, like there was weapons in the campaigns that players had found on PTS, but those were just like really like crazy like test prototype items that Cloud Chaser was testing out, and those actually went on to PTS when they weren't supposed to. So they were supposed to be just for the internal build. So I'm not sure about that one though.
Okay. Are we gonna see the rare beast hunt?
Oh, big game hunt?
Yeah.
Not in this patch.
That was a rewards thing, right?
Yeah.
We're still looking.
So yeah, one of the things we really want to make sure is that there's better rewards for it, kind of like we did Bronto King. I imagine it will probably go in January, in a patch in January, if not shortly after. But I think that's the current plan. But you know, things are subject to change based on priorities and you know how it feels when we get it out to PTS and stuff.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to think. Will we be still able to still ride an LGV with our snowmen?
No, no fun
Hey,
allowed.
I had some really great video with that. That was awesome. I gotta make an actual video of it.
Did you make a drive-by high five video?
No, actually, I took on Bronto King riding the snowman. I actually jumped
my
right through his
goodness.
blast
Nice.
and everything. I did a highlight of it.
Did you put jingle bells to the music?
When I redo the video, I plan on doing probably the Frosty the Snowman song as I'm going through and doing all the things, like
course.
jumping through the...
It's classic. Not my favorite, but a classic.
Funi pointed out in chat that there's new mobs for the big game hunt than originally were there too. Yeah, we've made more rare monsters to hunt for that too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, you did promise me one was going to be named after me.
No, I didn't.
You told me, you suggested last time we talked about it.
Uh-oh.
You were going to put higher level ones in there.
I don't use the P word that often, so
Oh, okay.
not at work and not at home, ever.
Do you promise we'll be friends forever?
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, Sarah. I promise we'll be friends forever.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah, you have to say the
Whoa.
word. You can't just be like yes after you've just said
know,
that
I
you never
know,
say
I
the
know.
promise word.
Yeah, you got to say the P word with it. You know, that's the rule.
No.
And it sounded like you were mumbling it. You didn't sound sincere to me. How about the rest of you guys?
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
My heart still hurts a little bit.
All right, we're gonna move on. Lane.
thanks,
All right.
Lane.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Chat soon.
Alrighty. Let's try. We have King Akira from Nacho.
Nacho.
Oh my god. Hi guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, Pez, Brandon, Sarah, big fan. I think you guys are doing an amazing job with Firefly
Aw.
Live.
Aw,
Thanks.
thanks.
Thank you.
It's fun.
Thanks. Yeah, I had a couple questions, and I just wanted to make you guys feel warm and fuzzy by saying how amazing Firefall is to me because of the adventure, and it feels so immersive.
Well, my job's done.
Like I used,
Yeah.
yeah, I used to play like City of Heroes and like adventure kind of stuff, and I bought dozens of games afterwards. It just doesn't feel that way until I hit this one. I'm like, holy crap, this is it.
That's
Awesome.
really cool to hear.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. I did have a question.
Sure.
Two quick ones, if that's okay. So with mine's all about like immersion on how the world feels more real and everything. I was wondering if there's any way that you guys can change the battle frames just a little. And by that I meant, how the rock. So on the trailer video, there's that robot turret thing, right?
Mhm.
That like walks around. So is there any way that maybe you can combine that with like the Tony Stark briefcase suit thing?
Oh.
You know where I'm going with that. So
Yeah.
like, because this brings to the whole point of like how you guys were talking about how maybe we go into civilian mode or we walk around or
Yeah.
something like that. It has nothing to do with combat, but when we do want to go to combat, look, there's a civilian that's in need. Boom, we kind of like suit up, or like it airdrops or it arc ports in or something like that. I know it's all artistic and it's all has nothing to do with the gameplay, but
It's
immersion.
yeah, no, I get you. It sounds cool, and I got to be honest. That's something. If you've ever seen I don't know if you have, but if you ever seen like our old garage in 3D space,
No,
that was
I
we were
haven't.
actually going for like that kind of like you had like the arms that would like come in and take your armor off, like stuff like we were actually
Oh, no way.
going to go that way, but it's so costly in terms of like animations and stuff like that. So I think it's a really cool idea, but
All right. That's cool.
but
Just wanted to put that out
it's
there.
priorities and
I think it's something that we can, we can look at exploring that if and when civilian mode goes in, because that will have
Of
to
course.
come into play.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there are any plans at this time for
yeah,
it, but
that's a huge. That'd be a huge task on like animation. It'd be a big tax on our animation budget actually, and as it is now, we're pretty tapped, which is
Lucas is like huddled in the corner, like, no,
Yeah.
no more.
can you,
Oh, I'm
can you
sorry.
talk a little bit what you mean so they know what you mean by budget on
so
animation?
animation budget is it's sort of like how much memory you have to run these animations, and so each piece of the game, like each art aspect, you have like VFX and all that. It's allotted a certain amount of resources. It's allocated a certain amount of resources, and by the animation budget being so packed because we have a ton of animations for characters and monsters, and this is also a reason why most of our handholds are the same. Actually, is because we're using so much with our animations. Now we can do a lot to rework that, but that's a lot of Anthony time and Lucas time, which Anthony time is like, nope, no one's getting that. Because Anthony's he's a senior gameplay programmer or gameplay programmer, one or the other. He's been around. He's been at the company for over 6 years now, I think. And he's working. He's constantly working on tech, how to improve our encounters, how to improve what our abilities can do, like all kinds of stuff. So that's where most of our gameplay programming resources are being dumped in right now. Is like, how do we add variety to our content? How do we add? What can we do to change these ammo types on the fly and things like that? So
Now you have a little insight. It's, when we say budget like that, it's not monetary budget, but
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like game resource budget.
totally
So-
good
Of
call.
course, time is.
Say it again.
Oh, I said, of course, time is money.
Mhm.
Yeah, just putting that out there. It was just priceless to get your guys' reaction because I knew you guys would be
Like, what?
excited about it. You're like, yay, but, so
I think it'd be
figured
cool.
be like, I think so too. And my second quick one is I rewatched Starship Troopers because I thought about Iranians and all that stuff. And clearly you guys are a fan. And I love the movie 10 times more. There's a scene where they can bodies stack more after you kill them, because there's this one scene where they get ambushed and like the bugs actually like go over the barricade by like piling up on top of each other like after they're being killed, and that's how they fail. Like, I know because of memory and all that stuff, but like it's so satisfying to kill 1 billion Iranians and just see the pile.
Yeah, totally.
Or just see them slide down. So that's my second final question. That would be awesome.
We're actually prototyping like an Iranian invasion kind of thing. I'm not sure where it's at
No
right
way.
now or if that's going to be, but it was like we're toying with different ideas that happen in real world, and I think Skydock is the one that won over that one
Okay.
that we made. So, but you can look for things like that's an idea that's gone through our head that we even prototyped, and like you said, I think we did run into some of the issues where there were so many of them that it was taxing on
Right.
the memory and things like that. So.
Yeah.
Right,
The other
right.
thing is when you kill, I think almost anything in our game, they play a ragdoll. They don't just kind of like fall over.
Right.
Most
I
of them
know,
play a
that's
ragdoll.
what's
So
so fun.
sometimes you see like weird bugs where like, and this is totally client side, so no one else sees this. But you'll kill something, and it'll just like fly out
That's
like
my
500
favorite.
meters. It's
I
just like-
always, that's my favorite. I feel so powerful. I'm just like, away with you.
So that's also a part of the thing where like, we can't really get the piles going because we typically ragdoll just about everything, and then they despawn really fast. But
Yeah.
that's also a setting set on the client side, which Lutz posted how to change that. If you can find it on the forums, change at your own risk because it does eat
Change
up a
so
lot
everything
of resources.
flies?
No.
No.
The how long
Remains longer.
How long
Oh,
the
okay.
remains stay on the screen before they
Oh.
I'm
despawn.
definitely gonna check that out. Thank you.
But Lutz posted a setting so that you can set like the timer so that they stay longer, but it eats up
Cool.
a lot of.
I'll do
It'll make
that.
you chug.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'll let you guys go. Just want to let you know, Pez, thanks for talking to me the other day. I was the guy that was keep on bugging you while you were running Miru, and you were, like, dying.
I wasn't
dying. So.
I don't think that was your fault. Don't worry.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry I caused that. So you guys are awesome. I'll keep watching, and thanks. Keep up the good work. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. And this is what makes our job all worth it, that you guys get so much enjoyment out of the things we pour our heart and souls into. So, and that when you're frustrated or upset about something, when we can work towards getting that better.
I wanted to address something I've read, and he said, please read this. It was Virtual Crab Monster, I believe, typed out if we have any plans for better player onboarding. And I'd say absolutely. We actually just recently changed our character creation. So like when a brand new player creates their character, you get this screen now, which most of you probably haven't seen yet, where you pick your battle frame, you set your name, you go in and play, and I think it skips the whole precursor. So if you were on PTS, you probably noticed that. You fly into Copa, and the tutorial is a lot better. It's a lot smoother. If anyone's played it. Now when you go through the Arania Cave after you do the jump jet puzzle, when you glide straight to the where the bunker where the Chosen are, and then that like actually takes you in through Copa. So it's like it flows a lot better, and it's teaching you more. And we're not done with our new player experience.
No.
We still want to improve player onboarding. So,
and actually, if you want to check that out, download PTS. Go to the PTS forum, and there's a sticky thread at the top that says how to get onto it, and go through that and make a character. However, if you want to, at 3 p.m. today, Friday, if you're watching this live at 3 p.m. Pacific, so 4 hours from now or so, just over 4 hours from now, we're going to be doing a massive stress test on the PTS server with hopefully the entire team jumping on.
Yeah.
And there should be enough allocation for maybe 1 or 2 shards. So you'll have devs.
5 p.m.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5 p.m., not 3 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific today. So.
And part of that stress test too is actually we want to test our AI because Eric Lasso, our AI programmer, one of our AI programmers, our most senior, did a lot of changes to Raya, which handles our AI, and a lot of improvements, performance improvements. So he's been checking those in, and the reason why we want to stress it is because it's hard for us to stress test internally. We don't have that many people, and everyone's always busy. So we're trying to focus this one time in, and then you guys can come in and help test it. So, and this will also give us good data on how that's performing and how that change is behaving. So
you'll have a chance
really
to talk
help
to
us
devs
out.
too.
Yeah, you could come hang out with us. We'll have a lot of devs on.
5 p.m. Pacific today. Join a stress test. Make a new character. You can see what the NP is like now and the character creation, all that on PTS.
Yeah, they did a ton of work on character creation. Aaron Canaday kind of redid this area where you're picking out the battle frames.
Yeah.
And the lighting is insane. Like he got approval from Lutz to, okay, I can go crazy with lights, because lights are expensive, but they also make things look incredible. So he got clearance from Lutz to do all this stuff, and then Wukash and Sean were doing all these crazy things with the UI. So it's really an awesome first impression.
Nice. Yeah. And going back to the onboarding experience, Earthmonger mentioned that the most common question he sees is, how do I thump? Which is interesting because when I talked to Eric Beaumont, the designer in charge of the new player experience, what he wants to do is teach it through like an Ares mission. So it's naturally taught to you, like when you make it to thump dump, you're given a scan hammer and you're taught, like you're given an Ares mission that teaches you to go out and scan, and then teaches you how to go out and thump. If you want someone to just tell you, I'm sure we have the way, you have methods of getting the scan hammers, but if you follow the Ares missions, or the Ares jobs rather, we want to teach to you that way. So,
Bambo Unchained says, why no super lights in this game? What's a super light?
I don't know.
I don't know what a super light is.
The sun?
I don't know. Do you wanna elaborate on a super light?
I'm gonna give Necro another shot.
Okay, yeah.
Since we don't have that many colors, I want to actually try and get through all of them. So, Necro, we're gonna give you another shot. You were cutting out before. Are you back?
I'm here.
Yay!
Okay, what we were going to ask is, when are y'all going to address the unslotting costs?
Ooh,
Unslotting cost of modules from weapons
Yes.
and abilities and all that.
that's a tough one because it's kind of like an economical thing in a sense where it's like you could replace them. I know that you have some of them are really exceptionally rare to get, but it's kind of like an economical thing where it's like replacing. You could easily just replace them or unslotting them costs. It has a cost to it. Is that cost too high? I don't know. That's something maybe we have to bring up, but
Yeah.
it's sort of like an economical thing in a sense.
So
For a lot of us
in
in-game
terms of
players-
when we're going to address it, it's something we can definitely bring up. The community team does reporting to the team as points of feedback and talk that the community's talking about. And I've seen that mentioned a few times, so we can definitely bring it up at least and pass it along to those that can have the conversation around it.
For a lot of us in-game players, we change our modules out for different things, and that's what we were trying to figure out.
Okay.
Sure.
No, that's good feedback to have. Unfortunately, I don't have a good answer. Like, we're definitely going to change it or anything like that right now. I can tell you that the reasoning why is a big economical thing.
Okay, there's the super light question.
Oh, okay. So, we'll finish this and I'll go back to that.
Cool.
That's all I had, guys.
All right, Necro, thanks a lot, man.
Later.
Super lights.
Okay, so super lights. I guess what they were referring to is how I was talking about there are these super crazy amazing lights in the battle frame selection. And the reason that we can't have those everywhere is because they're so expensive, but character selection, it's its own entity. So you're not having to load things from all across New Eden. It's self-contained. So I'm totally butchering this. Like everybody on the technical side is
I'm
like
understanding it.
Yeah, so
I got it.
Think about when the world renders outside. You have all these different things rendering in the distance and other
All
people
these
running
different
around.
factors, yeah.
And again, like we're talking about with budget and expensive, these aren't monetary budgets. These are budgets put on, so that you can play the game without
Yeah.
lag, stuttering, or your computer catching on fire.
You lost me at render.
So
Sarah was explaining it better.
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
When things populate. And if you're just in a small instance where you're picking your battle frame, you have a lot less rounds so you can use
yeah. So
the
you
same
can-
allotment you could use outside in the open world in the small space so you can get those super lights.
Yeah, and we don't want to abuse the lights in. I mean,
So it's sort of
all-
like LOD,
yeah,
more or less.
it's like
level of detail.
You have to kind of look at what your budget is and weigh, this is going to look better, but the performance is going to be terrible for some people here, and that's not worth it. So it's all about
Sort of like
balance.
when Lutz was yelling at people for putting 3 spotlights that were overlapping and being like, it's destroying performance.
But it looks so good.
BTABC
Going
says,
nuts at
ouch,
people.
poor Brandon. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Ouch.
Uh,
because
Because I said,
I lost you. That's fine, Frank.
I'm going to get one more. And let's see here. Ronina. You're the last caller today. And then we have to move on to Art Bros. What's up, dude?
Luckily, this will be nice and quick.
Alrighty.
So, basically, 2 things. One is, could we get either Rift Master Mode dungeons or WoW's Challenge Mode dungeons, where it's based off
super,
of a
super tough.
Like
and
either
you're regulated to a certain power level, basically.
Yeah, put us down to 700 power rating and then throw us at these things, or 500.
It's an interesting idea. I can't say one way or the other, but that's definitely a very good idea to propose to the team. I think it'd be really fun to do.
And the other thing is, all my criticism comes from love of Firefall and the people who make it. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I have dealt with this looking for group system in Star Trek Online and Neverwinter Online. Please don't do that. Like, it's better than not having one at all. I completely put that out there. I love the fact that there's going to be a looking for group system. But, like, could we do, like, Rift or Final Fantasy XIV's looking for group system? Because that makes it so low-level players and high-level players both have low queues, and you can queue for any dungeon, and it'll fill with random players. It's great.
The LFG, the looking for squad system is going to launch because it's, you know, there's not that.
Yeah,
can't iterate on that.
But can we
but
call
that
it,
doesn't
like,
mean we
looking
just
for group alpha or something?
Well, just like with anything, like when we put it in game, that doesn't mean that we're never going to go back and look at it again. We want to get this out there and see what happens with, you know, we're going to be watching the data, watching the numbers, and then iterate on it from there. And I think the threads that you've posted have had really good feedback, and there's games out there we can pull success from to look at. But I think this is, like you said, is definitely better than not having one. So I think you know, we're going to ship with it as it is right now, and then watch for feedback and watch the numbers and data. And if we're seeing where it is still hard for players to find and fill these groups, then we're going to have to look and see how we can improve it more.
Yeah, I mean, because like Neverwinter Online, I love their dungeons. I hate their looking for group system. It's like, I'll want to like run this one dungeon because it's like, I need gloves, and like people are just like, oh, well, we don't really like running that one, so we're just gonna, because we can only queue for specific dungeons, we're gonna queue for all the other ones. And I'm just like, I still need gloves. And so the queue time ends up being like 3 hours.
So really, like one of the simplest things, I threw this at Rob Kennedy, our lead gameplay programmer, and he just like looked at me like and walked away.
Rob
around and
has
walked
the
away.
best faces.
He's just like the best reactions. But basically, an easy way to alleviate that might be is just like, I think you mentioned this, was queue random, and just that being rewarding.
Yes, that's what like WoW started, and then Rift improved upon, then Final Fantasy XIV improved upon further, which is like, instead of rewarding us for specific things, like reward us for doing like random things. So then like, if I want to run that dungeon to get my gloves over and over and over again, like me queuing for it will cause a higher chance of random players to funnel into that dungeon.
Right, because the randoms will be doing random queues, and then they'll just be like, oh, well, the system looks at like, well, this guy specifically said this is his group, they said random, we're going to put him in here.
Yes, and then I don't end up with a 3-hour queue and no Trickster Rogue gloves.
I gotcha. No, it's totally a sound suggestion, and as Brandon mentioned, it's, you know, everything is the coolest thing about working on an MMO, I think, is that when you get something out there, it's always going to be, there's always going to be improvements for it. Like any feature that comes out, there's always going to be things that we do later on, or a company does later on, that's going to build upon and improve that. And that's a great opportunity. You just mentioned one of the most obvious opportunities for improvement with this system, and there's going to be plenty more, I'm sure.
Yeah, when I was testing it, it was still kind of like broken, so I don't know if we get teleported into the dungeon, but from the sound of it, we don't. But yeah, I will no doubt continue to post threads because I can't stop playing your game.
The plan is working.
Been over 2 years.
It's like a Playos.
I love you guys. Have an awesome day.
Thank
you too, man.
See you, Ronana.
Alrighty. So with that, we got through some pretty good questions. I think we had a really good dialogue there.
Yeah.
Really great. So I'm going to toss it over to Sarah.
It's time for Captain Adama's favorite segment. Do you even art, bro?
Do you even art, bro?
And for anyone wondering, that was a reference to Battlestar Galactica, because it's my favorite show ever, and I need to rewatch it for like the 4th time. Anyway, so this week we have some fan art challenge, and we're reusing Fooney's.
Well, let me tell you, Fooney sent this in as a, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Fooney sent this in as a fan art submission on the email, And then he also posted it for the fan art challenge that I made, and he's like, don't show or don't use it again. So this, we aren't gonna be able to vote on this one because he was already submitted, but we wanted to still show it because it's part of the fan art challenge, which was landscapes.
The landscapes,
so,
yes.
it was either like, oh, you know, do fan art of an existing landscape or maybe something completely new. So this was Fooney's, The
It's
Fall
so
of North
moody.
America.
So moody and dark.
And chosen.
And chosen.
And gassy.
Next up, we have an illustration by Badly Burned, and Badly Burned's work always just makes me so happy.
It's the character of the art. It really is what makes it. I think is like it doesn't have to be the most fantastical thing, but it has character to it.
It's just
which makes it so
makes me
entertaining and good.
Love it. And then finally, we have this insane landscape created by Baran, and I don't know what was used to make it, or
Some of it looks like watercolor.
I mean,
I think it's definitely 3D.
It's 3D. I mean, it's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So fun. And I love the little bubble flowers at the bottom. That's just what I'm going to call them.
So yeah, fan art challenge comes out every a new one every 4 weeks, and you have 3 weeks to submit it. We just made our newest one, which is the newest one.
Boom! The newest one.
Professional.
Look in the fan art form. I forget what the subject is.
Don't look at me. I
Sorry.
should know this, but I don't.
I should know it because I posted it.
It should be Scan Hammers.
Scan Hammers. Okay.
It's not Scan Hammers.
So, one vote for everyone, including Fooney, even though we're not allowed to. I'm gonna break the
Whoa.
rules.
Whoa.
I'm gonna vote for Fooney. I'm just kidding.
No, you can't. I'm gonna have to go with Braun, just because I know the amount of effort that goes into 3D, and not that Badly Burned didn't put a lot of effort into that amazing illustration, but I think I'm gonna go with Braun.
Same reasons. Big fan of Badly Burned's videos and work though. So.
Community, who should I go with?
Oh, that's gonna
Who
be
should
a
I go with,
7-second
community?
delay.
I gotta say, so Badly Burned also posted a video
Yes.
to go along with his, which maybe we can include that on the recap when we show the fan art, just to get that in there because he did want to have it. So, but the Rhiney wants me to vote for him. Oh, Rhiney. It looks like the community wants me to vote for Fooney. Oh, Driller said Fooney. I'm going to go with Baran as well, which means everyone has to finish their drink.
Congratulations.
Because we all agreed on one piece of art. If you're still playing Entropy Rising's drinking game, Firefall Live drinking game.
And we've got the fan art challenge voting thread for November up and running. So
yes, the
it goes till Monday, so
and
vote.
Then, and then we have 4 more weeks this week, 3 more weeks. And then we're going to kick off. We're going to take the winners from each month and put them together. And I still got to figure out what the hell we're going to give them for a prize. So
the Tournament of Champions.
It's starting to creep up on me. So I should start to get that prize together. So.
And I'm working on getting codes made for our new transportation pack, so we can start doing some fun giveaways with those. Hopefully, we can get them next Firefall Live. They may be different from they may not have the exact same contents, but they'll have the main piece, like the Bumblebee and the Rocketeer. But more details as I have them. Got our live team who's in charge of those packs working on them. So hopefully get some codes so we can do some giveaways for those. So stay tuned for that.
Sweet. And when is the next video challenge? I think one's ongoing right now. It's 1.2. I messed up. It showed 2 of them. You can continue to submit for those, and I'll when that one ends, I think at the end of the year, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I think it's Operation Miru, but you can do anything that's team focused from 1.2, I think, for it. So. But we don't vote on those. We just show them off, but I want to do more to promote them, so that's why we're going to put up the blog on our site that has links to all of them, so we get more views on your channels.
Yep. So one's ongoing now. There will be another one. Probably won't start until at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year.
I think it's February. Oh, no.
Is it 6 weeks or?
When did the fan video? Yeah, you know what? It ends the last week in January.
Okay.
No,
No, it shouldn't.
I don't know.
I think it might be mid-January.
Yeah.
Or
That
end of
might
this
be
month.
it.
But either way, so you have your time to do this video challenge, and then we'll post another one later after this one.
Yep.
And I have to call out something that I saw in the very beginning of the show and never had a chance to actually say it. Sakamoto just wanted to mention this is the first time they've ever been able to make Firefall live.
Yay! I saw that too.
We're glad that you're here.
I wish I had confetti to throw. Where'd it go? Huh.
That was my air confetti. I don't know.
Confetti.
That's all
I don't get to throw confetti.
That's all I got.
Marjorie took it away from me. So, but before we wrap up the show, as always, with every week we post an amazing candid photo
Oh, geez.
of in-office activity,
Not
and
that.
we want you to caption it.
Not that. That.
Oh no! You didn't tell me that this was gonna be happening.
Hey, it's not the Thundercleese picture.
Oh God. Why?
We have Knife Lady here too. Do you guys want to do like a reenactment? Like right? Oh, okay.
No.
No, she's so.
I hate everyone.
Some of those comments, I kept them out of here.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
just
Some of them are a little.
some of you guys are a little. Let's slow it down.
Not cool, guys. Slow your roll.
What do you say? Like you
What
know,
does
like Fox,
Ziva
like,
say?
I say I hate everyone right now.
I hate everyone right now. Oh my goodness. But Sarah was going to do VO for, I think, a wink wink. We know Wintertide's coming.
Is it for wintertime?
It's on PTS. I think it was for.
I thought it was a.
It's a blank blank then.
Okay, I don't know. It was VO for something.
If it's
Is
Wintertide,
it
it's
wintertime?
on PTS.
Is it something for wintertime?
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
all the Wintertide VO is on PTS.
It's
No,
not
but
in-game, it's for a
the-
video.
You will hear Sarah's lovely voice for
Yes.
wintertide.
So Sarah's done awesome VO for us in videos, and I ran right behind him, snapped his picture, and then
Yeah.
you got poor Greg cut off on the side there. Next caption. What does
Tiki torch dance.
the Ziva says? By the way, she hates everyone right now.
Yeah.
Tiki torch dance. Happy face, like super grinny face.
That's cratered my pants.
I just cratered my pants. Yes.
Oh my God.
Next. If you want to look at my ass, he's in the kitchen making a sandwich. Yeah. No? Well, I still think the Macarena is cool. She's nodding like, yeah. Sarah's totally not happy right now.
Macarena.
I'm gonna bring some wrath in here when we go off the air.
Oh my God, save me. Call the police.
Blame Pez.
It's okay.
2014.
It's just probably the worst picture that's ever been taken of me.
It's not terrible. It's not the Thundercleese picture.
I would almost prefer that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then we have next week.
No.
Oh no. Aries 3-5.
Oh,
These
jeez.
jeans make my butt look big.
Nice.
Do we have another one after that? I sat in the Rania poop.
All right.
Was there a last one or? That's it?
Thank God.
I should have went double and just kept it rolling. Is there another one? Oh, look, there's another one. I don't know how this happened. So Scott Dude's working. He heads down in patch notes. He's like, guys, I can use a hand. I need some pictures for caption this. And I just ran around and took like 3 quick shots.
And this is the one you chose.
Oh, we're gonna show the other 2.
Hey, you promised you'd be friends forever, so.
We're gonna use the other 2.
I redact it.
Redacted.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Can you just take that off the screen, please? I'm so tired of looking at it. Thank you.
Jesus.
No, I do not
I'm honestly scared right now.
We're in Laguna Hills. Call the local police department quick. I'm just kidding. Don't call the local police department. That would be cool.
God.
Don't worry, I'm wearing a life alert.
I'm wearing a life alert. Goodness.
Excellent.
No, don't actually call the police department. That wouldn't be cool.
R.I.P. Faded Piss.
I'll take death over SWAT.
Oh,
So
geez.
if you like us on Facebook, we post that picture. We post a picture up every Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on the week, and then we like to take some of our favorite captions and post them up here. So, rip pets. Jeez.
You can follow us on Twitter too. Twitter.com/Firefall or @Firefall. You can follow us on Twitter as well. Frank hates this, but Firefall.com/Sarah, fire without an H.
Without an H.
S-A-R-A.
Although I haven't posted anything forever. I just kind of forgot about it.
Firefall.com/Brandon, Firefall.com/RIP, or /Frank.
Can we change that to RIP?
You can just add another one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could just add another one. Just /RIP Frank.
And that's our show for today.
Well, I don't know.
Stay tuned for the after show.
Can we broadcast that?
I don't think we're going to be able to broadcast it.
So yeah, that's cool.
I'm trying to delay the end.
I'm trying to delay the end.
Your demise. You're trying to delay your demise. That's what's happening.
Oh my
I'm okay.
goodness. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Calm beaches. Calm beaches.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
no. So that's our show for this week. But we should have some. I think we had a lot of good fun, a lot of cool discussion. I found it insightful. Brandon is like Kenny
He's
right now.
disappearing.
Oh my goodness. So
You guys don't know. She's scary.